Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Channel Collective. This is Al with Alchemical Arcana, and I have a special channeled message for the collective today. I've been resting most of the day, and I knew it was time for me to get on the table, keeping a routine, making videos for you guys, and uploading the messages that I'm channeling. And I won't lie, I have been a little more tired doing these intuitive channeling for the collective, which is something that I'm getting used to. I think I'm kind of stretching some muscles that I hadn't really used before, is what I'm feeling right now. But it's ultimately been a good thing, I think. I know for sure it's been a good thing. But I did pick some oracle cards from different decks that I haven't shown you guys on here yet. I did do a shadow oracle before, but I did start with that one again instead of my regular yin yang oracles. And the first card that came out, it was one that has come out before when I used this deck. It's Betrayal. Okay. And it just says, healing begins with acceptance and forgiveness. And deception, treachery, backstabbing. That was the first card. Then the next card was resistance. Okay. Go with the flow and be open to life's changes. Opposition, refusal, denial. And then the last card in the Shadow Oracle that came up was depression. This too shall pass. Every storm brings a rainbow. Sadness, hopelessness, despair. I was drawn to pull some more oracle cards from the Voices of Wisdom Oracle, and card number 7 and card number 4 came out. Card number 7 is calm. Card number 4, learning. Okay. And one more card I wanted to pull was from the the Starseed Oracle card deck, and this was the card that came out. It's really beautiful card here. Star Ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. Okay. So I sat with these for a bit before, getting ready to come on. I shuffled my decks and just getting myself into the frame of mind for this message, because I feel like it's going to resonate for quite a few people, as it resonated with me as well, about this past of betrayal and heartache, depression that you may have experienced in your life. And things like this will shape the way you see the world and see yourself and see other people. Being betrayed, one of the worst kind of pains and experiences you can go through. Being depressed, feeling stuck and there's no possible end to it. There's no hope. It's just a heavy and burdensome feeling. And those of you who have been in these two energies will understand this message. So this message may be for you. Please keep in mind that the messages I bring to you may not resonate for you. And if it doesn't, you still may gain something from it, some insight, maybe to somebody else in your life, or something that you can take with you, perhaps. But yes, take what resonates and please leave the rest. And the one that's the most that stood out the most to me in these three cards in the Shadow Work Oracle was the Resistance card. Okay, this is a stubborn resistance. This is a defiance. This is something that speaks to me very much as somebody with fire in their moon sign. I refuse to lay down and give up. As bad as things can get, and they've gotten bad before, I'm not going to hold my head low. I'm not going to lay down and let you walk all over me, say what you want to say. And I'm going to fight as long as I'm able. And some of you may, relate to this kind of energy, okay? And then as far as these voices of the soul tarot, voices of the soul oracle cards, these definitely speak to me. Being calm, people often say, you seem so nonchalant or so unbothered. Oh, that's just on the surface. Because once it gets to the surface, it's a little bit, too late for anything. So I do try to remain calm and get a clear view of everything that's going on. Because sometimes you can't clearly see everything. Okay. And then learning. The most important part of going through these hard times in your life and things that hurt and, hardships is that there's something to gain out of them. That's the silver lining for me, at least, is that this is all for something, for a reason. It's preparing you. There's something you need to learn here. This is a lesson, okay? And if you see on this hand, this palm, all the signs of the Zodiac are there, and some astrological celestial body symbols on there as well, which is interesting. It's like all the people that you come into contact with and their different, their different energies kind of get imprinted on you, and you have that within you. If you can access it and recognize a pattern almost. If it's happening again or you see it, you can bypass that a lot faster. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to start with my Jungian Tarot deck based off the psychological valuations and psychological archetypes of Carl Jung, the psychoanalyst. Very interesting stuff if you've never looked into Mr. Carl Jung. Really great information, great tools to do some self-work and healing and shadow work and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend it if you're wanting to do some inner work. Okay. Thank you. Heavenly Spirit, Heavenly Father, please bless this area, clear my spirit and my mind to receive these messages. Archangel Michael, please protect me, my mind, my spirit, the mind of the collective as well. Serapis Bey, bring a bright message, one that delights, one that excites. Saint Germain, please take all negative, harmful energies, transform and transmute them into positive energies and light. Thank you. First card, it's the Hierophant in reverse. I may end up having to reference the guidebook for this one. As you can see, there's no numbers, descriptors on these cards. I can tell the major arcana, of course, pretty easily from the border along the picture, but these don't have any numbers or words on them. And some of the imagery is different from the traditional tarot, but I do recognize this as the Hierophant. In reverse is the first card. Then you have Three of Cups and the Knight of Coins. Okay, so right away, this is giving me the feeling of this betrayal. Something that you believed in, an institution, a religion, a way of thinking, believing that was indoctrinated from birth at an early age, that something you believed in kind of proved to be false to you after some time, is what I'm getting here. This maybe because of pain experienced in this, within this matrix, within this ideology of thinking, within this organization, you experienced a lot of pain that was directly tied to it. Okay? That, or these beliefs, these ideologies, this way of thinking got in the way of relationships or held you back from relationships and intimacy and meaningful connection that you could have had because you or somebody else had these type of ideologies and beliefs. And here we also have the Knight of Coins, which talks about somebody that's driven and has goals, that is taking their time towards something. This is a persevering kind of energy to me. That even though through these disappointing circumstances or these kind of contradictory kind of happenings where this ideology that you believed in that was supposed to give you, stability or understanding or meaning in your life was bringing you a lot of heartache and disappointment, but you were like, okay, well, let's trust the process. Let's just stick it out. This is kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, let's get more. Tell me about betrayal, resistance, depression. Tell me more. Okay. Okay. Let's stop right there. Okay. Yeah. So you got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Feel like you were, because of those limiting beliefs, you were also limited in the type of collaborations you would take in order to, make money or sustain yourselves, or partnerships in business you would entertain, because of those limiting beliefs were, fewer than if you did not. You got the Ace of Swords in reverse. This just turned out to be a lot of confusion. Okay, that you were limiting yourself to this one way of thinking. Okay, whether this be a religion or something like that. Then you have the Ten of Cups. And then you also have the Lovers in reverse. Now this right here, family. Maybe you never felt like you were going to find this type of partnership with anyone. You maybe felt like this at different times throughout your life. And I think that that's because of this confusion that these beliefs and ideologies kind of brought into your energy early on. Okay? And that's just kind of carried over into growing into your maturity, that you are not worthy of having this Ten of Cups here, a partner or that kind of traditional family. Perhaps maybe you feel like that's not meant for you or something to that nature. That's not. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay. You were resigned to that. You started to feel like, that's just is what it is kind of feeling. And if this is resonating with you, You have to know that is not true. There are people that are meant to support you. Okay? If that's what you want, that is what will be provided for you. Okay? Give me more. Come on. Come on. Cards that don't want to act right today. All right, first card that came out, Two of Swords in reverse. This actually feeds right into this Lovers in reverse here, clearly. That any partnership, any unions that you may have experienced, it just ended up supporting that skewed sense of reality that was brought into your life early on. It ended up supporting that way of thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. And you have the Nine of Wands in reverse. You let this become like your reality, like a scarlet letter, almost like a curse upon you. Okay. It's hard, but it's like other people projected this onto you and you picked it up and carried that hardship, okay? That you're not worthy, that you're not worth fighting for. And then you got the Ten of Swords. Yeah, betrayal. This is pretty much what we're talking about here. It all ends up feeling like betrayal at every turn. And this pain is become a constant, I feel, in some of your guys' lives, that you feel like it's inevitably going to end with this, because this is just how you feel. And I feel that throughout all of these pains and heartaches that you have still risen to the occasion to fight, and that people might be shocked to see that you're still up and moving and fighting, okay? They don't know how you're doing it. And the truth is, many other people would have folded, going through all of this stuff. So you should be proud of yourself for that. Okay? People wanted to dim your light. People did not want to see. You had a lot of low vibrational energy vampires that will come into your aura because of your divine light that you had. That they couldn't do the things you do. So they would attach themselves to you and draw off of your energy, is what I'm seeing here with this King of Wands in reverse. Someone that craves power and adulation and adoration, okay, that envies other people with their own, power and light and gifts, because they feel like they can't be great without taking from somebody else. Those are the type of people you would attract. On the bottom of the deck, the Star in reverse. They wanted your light because they did not have their own. That's what it is. They did not have their own. They were attracted to yours, and they wanted to siphon and drain you. Okay? Oh. You got the Page of Swords in reverse. People are very interested in you and your life, and talked and watched and gossiped about those things that you suffered through. They took delight in them. You also have the King of Swords here in reverse. So you now got the King of Wands and the King of Swords in reverse. People will lie, gossip, slander your name. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. People didn't see your value. People didn't see your value or invest in you, time or the energy. And then the Five of Pentacles in reverse. People just thought you were a lost cause. They just thought you were... They threw you away. Please give me more, Spirit. Shoot. Okay, that's a lot that came out. Okay. This is the Emperor. Upright. King of Cups, upright. This is you. This is what they were afraid of. Queen of Swords, upright. And the Nine of Wands. Or excuse me, the Eight of Wands. This is a message. This is a message for somebody out there that has fought hard to stay upright, to keep their faces towards the sun. That through all of this, that people took advantage of your kind heart and your light and took. And then when they had their fill, they left you. They no longer had any use for you. They didn't see your value as a person. They dragged your name through the mud. Okay? For those people, I'm here to tell you right now, this message is for you. Okay? Because this is what they were afraid of. That you have authority above all of these kings. Okay? You are the emperor. They did not want you to get into this emperor energy. Because even in your lowest state, you held your head high with authority. They would do this stuff behind your back. Okay? You moved in such a way that they knew better. Okay? You are King of Kings energy. Okay? Divine masculine energy. And this could be, you don't have to be a man. This is the energy that they were afraid of you embodying. Because you have this King of Cups, the upright. This is the only king that came out upright. Because you are compassionate. You see the depth of situations and people you're carrying, and you did not let this part of yourself be upturned. You did not let this part of yourself die. Even though people treated you awfully. People treated you like an afterthought. But you did not embody that same energy. And they hate that. They hate that about you, that they could not break that from you. And you speak the truth. You see it. You say it how it is. Okay? You don't have to talk crap about people behind their back. You can sit and look them square in the eye and tell them the truth. And a lot of people can't do that. That's the message that's for you. Okay? That's what they were afraid of. Okay? Tell me about this message, this calm and this learning. This calm, this learning. Okay. Tell me. Oh. Right. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And again, the Three of Swords in reverse. It's like you've been wounded time and time again. You're used to this. You may come to expect this, or you understand what the pain can do for you, that you can transform it and transmute it into power. Okay? This is the power that you hold, this Ace of Wands here. It reminds me on this picture, the two snakes of Kundalini energy, Ophiuchus. Okay? You can heal yourself. You have sovereign power to transmute energy. It's alchemy. Okay? That's why you're here, right? This is the power that we embody, that we have at our disposal, that we can transform and transmute the negative energy into power to fuel yourself. And this cannot be replicated. This cannot be replicated. This is the real deal. And you got the Hangman, okay? Okay. What an interesting picture. No matter which way you look, there's information. There's a new way to look at the situation. There's more information you can look, no matter which way you turn. No matter which way you turn, the Hangman, okay? So keep turning and looking at this situation differently. And what do you see? Okay? Because there's so much to be gained, knowledge from changing your perspective. That's another gift. Pisces energy. People hate that. You're able to get understanding from people that are so different from you. Oh, wow. She came out too. Yeah. You know what? Things like this have been difficult, but it's a burden that you are able to carry, and you make it look easy. You do it with such grace, and people will hate you, and people will hate you or disparage you, try to manipulate you and gaslight you. Okay? Because they don't want to see you really rise in power. This is a manipulative energy. They fear your strength, okay? Because they have very little strength in comparison to you. They could not carry this burden themselves if they had to go through it. So they're jealous. They're jealous of how you could still look the way you do, move the way you do, knowing what you've been through and knowing that they participated in this stuff. That's what it is. And they may feel a sense of shame behind it because through all of that, they weren't able to break you. They weren't able to see you down and out. You still have authority over them. and sovereignty of your own. Okay? They don't like that. They don't like that. Because you learn from your mistakes and you learn from these people. And you get stronger and more resilient. And it seems like they've thrown the worst that they can throw at you. Sometimes these people get creative. But it's like the same old plays over and over again, honestly. So many more. Oh. Right. They're always doing it, hiding their motives, hiding their methods. People just don't want to be upfront. Okay? Because they still want to be around you, but they don't want to show them their true self. Okay? They know they can't, they don't want that smoke with you. They know it. They're waiting. They're waiting on you to slip up, to fall, so they can celebrate. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And they feel a lot of regret behind the way they treated you. And it's been a long time that they've done this. And what have they gained from it? Because the many of them are nowhere in life, learn nothing in life, a petty aura around them, and very greedy people. They haven't changed. They haven't changed. They want people to suffer with them. Okay? Misery loves company kind of energy. And they're just a bunch of liars. They're confused and the truth is not in them. And these people have been this way. Okay? They try to bring people, and this is what they're afraid of. Again, it came out, this Ace of Wands. They're afraid of your sovereign power, your Kundalini energy, okay? They want to possess this, and they want to take it, but they can't. Right. 9 of Cups in reverse. It's like, no matter what they bring against you, they try to make you feel alone, like you're not worthy of the love. It's still really not enough, because you're still desired by someone. You're even still desired by them. They still want what you have, even though they try to knock you down. They don't want you to find union. They don't want you to feel worthy and worth love. They don't want this for you. This was at the bottom of the deck, Lovers. Okay? Because you have power. Okay? Over the heavens and the earth. These are stars, and then the flowers where you're growing from. It's all radiating out from you. This is the light that they see around you. Okay? And if you won't give it freely, they'll try to snuff it out. But they can't. They can't. And they've tried and tried and tried. In many different ways, through different people. And you just keep transmuting, transforming. Okay? I see that you are here for a reason. Just like the card says, the star ancestry. You have hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and something deep in you, okay, that is encoded in your DNA, okay? And it comes through. It comes through, and it shows to people that light around you, okay? Not everybody has that. Right. And you are protected from the devil. You are protected from these low vibrational entities that want to take and take and take from you. You have a spirit team that has been watching you. They're not going to let you get off. They're not going to let them take what they want. Yeah, this Queen of Cups in reverse came back out too. Nasty. Nasty. With her lack of intuition. Okay. Nasty. And they've been doing it over and over and over and over. And they don't understand it's only making you stronger. That's what I'm getting. Right. It's like these people are obsessed. What is going on? They just really, they are obsessed. Obsessed with you. And they really want you to see you come out of character is kind of what I'm getting. They want to see you, because you're so resilient and so graceful, that they really just want to see you come out of character is what I'm getting. And completely come apart. But you haven't. You have not done that. It's the kind of a resistance. It's very frustrating to them. Because you have been depressed and hurt before, but it's like they can't see that part of you. You don't really show that a lot. They only see that light that comes through when you step out and you recover, is what I'm seeing. They envy the light, but they don't understand what you had to go through, though, even though they participated. And they still want to come back for more. And this stuff is coming to an end. It's a wrap on that. We're getting to the point now where that age, that timeline of that is over. Okay? Yeah. Right. Period. The World card. The time for that is over. It's about your stability, your home, what brings you peace, the Four of Wands, your truth that you don't mind telling, okay? This is yours, okay? This is a power of yours too. Cut right to the truth of the matter. Hangman. Again, you can see all the angles now. You're able to take yourself and put yourself in other people's shoes and see the motives and the possibilities, okay? Pisces energy again, okay? The time for that, nobody can get over on you that you don't let, and you give them a chance. But I've seen this all before. You've seen this all before, okay? Enough so that it don't take anything away from you. Even if it hurts, it doesn't take anything away from you. You have used this energy to empower yourself and transmute that energy, okay? This is a gift. The pain and the betrayal and the things that have been done to you because you've learned to stay peaceful and graceful and calm. And these people don't understand that. That's really what ticks them off. How graceful you are. How calm and graceful you are despite all the attacks. And how much you can see through their shit. Because you've learned their ways. They damn near went through the whole playbook. So how could you not? Okay? Collective, if you enjoyed this message, if you felt like this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. I am still getting my feet wet on this intuitive journey, so I appreciate you joining me and going on this journey with me. These messages are meant for, select few. They might not resonate with everybody, but I do hope that even those who do not resonate with it can gain something from it, okay? Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.